Good afternoon. We'll bring to order the January meeting of the Riverfront Redevelopment Authority. Under items from the chairman, we have committee activities. We have two. Do we have, Brian, you have a report on one?
Yeah, we have on the MAPS 3 update, we just are going to meet today later on, and it's going to be dealing with the lighting again, the windscreen, and then the whitewater course, and just kind of on where we are on track on that, and then there's going to be an update on the trails. So that will follow this meeting.
All right.
I have 2:30 on one, but then on the agenda I saw where it was 1:30. I think they've moved them to 2:30 so that Ron and I are the two representatives we can make. Yes. Okay, well, I thought it was 2:30, and then I just pulled out my packet, and it has 1:30, so I think they just missed that one.
Any other committee reports from anyone? All right, move on to item 3, which is the minutes of the past meeting, December 20th. Are there any comments or amendments?
Move approval.
Been moved and seconded. Please record your vote. Item is passed. Item number 4, which is the consent docket. We have 2 items. Anybody care to mention anything about either one of those?
Move. Second.
Been moved and seconded. Please record your vote. Item is approved. Item 5, primary agenda items. Item A is receive quarterly Oklahoma River cruises update.
Good afternoon. Well, Oklahoma River Cruises has just finished their 3rd full season. We're seeing flat ridership. I'll have some statistics up for you here in a minute. Through the year, we do a lot of customer surveys. We do online surveys. We even do participate in the Metro Transit survey, which surveys bus riders, and then also ask questions of general citizenry. And we use that information to decide what sort of programs we need to implement to grow our ridership and our revenue. Several of our programs from 2011 were very successful, and they're being continued for this year. And then following some of those customer survey responses, we've added a few programs. But first, to talk about ridership. Scheduled service ridership in 2011 was down from 2010. This is, of course, primarily due to the dam failure in September. However, we managed to raise our revenue per rider, which is one of our efficiency measures that we focus pretty strongly on. As you can see, 2011 was starting off just a little bit above 2010, and then when September hit, it's the beginning of the slower season, so that loss of 1,700 riders drove our total cumulative ridership 14% below 2010. Our riders per trip, however, continues to grow incrementally year to year. The focus of our marketing is primarily on adult ridership. They're the largest revenue drivers for the service, and it has grown 30% in 2011 over 2010. The main factor in this is creating programs such as History Comes Alive and Shakespeare on the River. These are scheduled service riders only, so we don't count the charters, we don't count the sunset cruises or any of the primarily adult activities. We only count scheduled service riders, so this is very encouraging to see that demographic grow. Programs being continued in scheduled service, as you can see from the list there, those are the things that we did last year. The Kids Haunt the River and the Santa's Little Helper and the Kayak and Cruise were all from 2011, new to 2011, and did quite well. Santa's Little Helper helped drive our family ridership in December, which prior to last year had been almost nothing. We are also adding an adult-friendly ferry service on Thursdays to help continue to grow that adult ridership. Theme cruises that we conducted in 2011 are listed up there. The last 3 there were new to 2011 and all did quite well. So those will continue on into 2012. Added for 2012 One of the things that we did our first year of operation was the original Sunset Cruise had a different flavor each cruise. We'd do a Mexican theme or an Italian theme, or we'd vary the theme. And when we started into the second year and the third year, people were saying, well, what's the theme this time? So we decided to bring those back, and we're continuing the traditional Sunset Cruise, but then we're adding these twice a month, these casino, disco, karaoke, and Margaritaville, which will rotate one each month to help grow that, again, that adult ridership demographic. These are non-transit riders, however, they're large revenue drivers. And one of the themes that has been strongly requested, actually two of those themes have been strongly requested since inception, was the dinner cruise and the Sunday brunch. We've been working with caterers for 3 years now, and we have a good feel for what our costs would be, what we would need to charge, what the market will bear on these types of cruises, and we've actually conducted a dinner cruise, which our previous hornblower management had said could not be done. You can't do a plated dinner on a boat. Well, we did one New Year's Eve, and it was very successful, very well managed, and so we're going to add it to our program.
I heard really good things about the Edgar Cruz.
Those were, yes, they were wonderful. We will undoubtedly continue him at least once a month.
Good.
As you know, it's these types of programs for thing cruises that drive ridership. They not only drive the non-transit ridership, but they drive transit ridership. If you have a couple out on a cruise, a sunset cruise, they may come back with a family and ride our transit ridership. So we're very, very encouraged by that. They also draw attention to the river and the things that we're trying to do to try and promote the river. We try and promote other venues, and we understand that partnerships with local businesses are a key element to us growing ridership and drawing attention to the river. Development of the marketing plan is well underway for 2012. Once again, the focus will be on generating transit ridership while at the same time doing some promotion of our theme cruises and private charters. And that is all I have for you today. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Thank you. Nice report. Any questions? If not, is there a motion to receive that report?
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Please cast your vote. Item is approved. Moving to item B, which is to receive a status report and recommend that the general manager authorize city engineer to issue a task force order on the on-call engineering consulting contract. This is on the potential of equine-based development on the river. Is there anyone to give Wendell?
Trustees, as you know, for many years there's been a great interest in having an equine facility on the river. Obviously, Oklahoma City's one of our largest industries, horse shows and the horse industry. The Convention and Bureau, Visitors Bureau, and other groups in the community have urged us to consider that. And what we're asking you today to do is to approve tasking Triad, our on-call engineer group, to develop a plan for such an equine-based facility to be presented to the trustees at a later date, so you can decide whether we should proceed with something like this. We think it holds a lot of potential, and we'd like to start studying it and trying to locate a site. So we're recommending that we proceed to work with Triad toward developing such an idea.
Comments, questions? Larry?
Question, Wendell. The scope of work that Triad would be doing, would it include a business pro forma of how the thing
we would
go
ask
as
for
far
that,
as
yes,
revenue
sir.
and expenses other than just build it?
Yes, sir, we would ask for that.
Thank you.
Wendell, is there a fee associated with this, or would this be part of the
Yes, there
existing
is a fee.
contract that has them?
The fee is listed. Pardon me, ma'am?
Do we know what the fee?
The fee is listed in
Yes.
your
Oh, I'm sorry.
task order report of $10,645
Got
is
it.
the estimated not to exceed fee.
Good. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. And thank you all very much.
Any additional? Been moved and seconded. Record your vote. Item is approved. Item C is to approve a scope of work on Southeast 6th Extension, which is a traffic circle and a sculpture base in the Boathouse District.
Mr. Chairman, this item is basically due to an agreement that the city had with Leadership Oklahoma City in the creation and placement of a sculpture called the Compass Rose. It was originally intended to be in Bicentennial Park. Through some discussions, it was felt that that might not be the appropriate spot, so we found a place down in Boathouse Row. What this is for is to ask approval of our on-call engineer to develop plans to extend the paving on 6th Street and create the circle where the sculpture will be. This paving work that's going to be done was part of a master plan for that area anyway and would have to be done at some point, so we're just accelerating a small piece of this now.
Any questions, comments from anyone?
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Record your vote. Item is approved. Item D is to ratify actions of the City Council in approving a change order in the amount of $11,805 in the final acceptance of a project and placement of a maintenance bond into effect on the river maintenance facility at 1513 Exchange Avenue.
Mr. Chairman, I really don't have anything to add on this except that we are glad that we finally have this project completed. It's going to be a great asset for our operations on the river, and I would just encourage your support of it.
Move approval.
Been moved and seconded. Record your vote. Item is approved. Item 6 is our claims report. Any questions or comments? Been moved and seconded. Record your vote. Item is approved. Item 7, first item is the Redevelopment Authority Directors of Development report. Any questions on it? I know Pat's not here today. Anyone want to highlight anything there? Been moved to receive. Seconded. Record your vote, please. Item is approved. Any of the trustees have any comments? Mike, Don, anyone in the audience have anything they'd like to add? Accept a motion for adjournment. Thank you.